On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, we're catching back up with LEGO DreamZzz. Last time we had constructed the crocodile car. Don't feed the crocodile car! It gets angry when you feed it too much. Actually, shouldn't that be the other way around? Feed the crocodile car. But we constructed the Croco car, and then we started the Fantastical Treehouse build! And we didn't get very far. So then we had to do a to be continued, and here we are a few weeks later, finishing up, hopefully, the Fantastical Treehouse build plus another set. Don't feed the crocodile car! What set should we build next? There's so many, like the beautiful turtle van. We found a Z-Blob. A Z-Blob is here. Also, the Pegasus horse is so cool. Watch out for the nightmare Pegasus horse! There's just so many amazing builds for LEGO DreamZzz. Like what, again, 10 sets were launched in August, so we're just catching up with the show. I'm up on like episode 6 or 7, and I think 10 more episodes were just dropped, so there's so much DreamZzz to digest. Flying Pegasus horse! I think I'll probably work on that. We'll decide as we go through, because Z-Blob is pretty cool too. There's just a ton of sets, so follow along as we catch back up, continue this magical treehouse, fantastical treehouse build, and see if we can get this fully grown to the table. And flying Pegasus horse! Ah!
Squirrel Stampede!
Fantastical Treehouse, let's catch back up to where we left off. And here we are. We've constructed 2 layers of a trunk of tree with an inside red couch, TV, stove at the bottom, cookies, all the things that the squirrels need in a treehouse. Bag 4, we continue up. We're gonna build another floor. We're gonna see a really pretty Izzy figure. As long as Croco Car doesn't eat her. Oh, not again. Come on. Come on, buddy. So let's start our day with an Izzy figure. Where is she at? Got a torso, I've got pants, I've got everything I need. Oh wait, she's got a waist cape. She's got double cape. So before you put her torso on, get this cape piece going. Think I got it? Okay, that really fought me. Now some football shoulder pads. Awesome. Incredibly awesome hairpiece. Izzy constructed. Oh, the cape. Oh, maybe the cape goes to her brother. I think the cape goes to her brother, so we can hold off on that. I didn't think she was double caped. I didn't think about that. Look at all the color on this minifigure. This is one of the best of the series. A lot of people have been really enjoying this hairpiece I've seen. It's almost translucent. It's just got a lot of shimmer to it with purple, blue. Yeah, a little bit of transparency into that hairpiece. Double headpiece. There's more of a smirk smile on her back there. And front right now, she's just, I like this face better. Awesome sword. Totally a figure worth finding. Now we can construct more of the house, though. Oh, look at there. Izzy Croco Car gave you a chair. All right, let's build away. Bag 4. Alright, what do we have on this floor besides the hole that is apparent on my table? Need to repair. I believe this is Izzy's room. Did I get that sticker upside down? No, it's good. The branches curl up. Or I could have rotated the plate if I wanted to. But I believe this is mostly Izzy's quarters of the treehouse. We have a fun bed with some of the elements that she is about. Pizza, little lamp. Pretty basic little structure, DreamZzz sign hanging from this side. A lot of street signs on this build. And now we'll continue on. Bag 5. Mateo's room is up next. We can finally get that cape on him. I like all the layers of height we're going through on this treehouse. It's fun. So I think we can build up Mateo pretty quickly. He's got a belt too. Can't forget his belt. There's a lot of customization with these figures. Cape. Where's our cape? Soft felt cape, fabric cape, and hairpiece. Where's his hairpiece? Right back here. Plus, he's got a pretty cool spiked weapon. Oh, it's his pencil, of course. His dream-conjured pencil weapon. Another really awesome DreamZzz-inspired figure from the show. Look at there up close. They even got the little markings on his hair. Is that like green paint? I can't remember what that is. But pretty cool looking suit. And that pencil looks nice too from this side. Can't even tell who it is. I think we get a little Z-Blob. A Z-Blob figure. There's his body. I don't recognize Z-Blob with the body very much. I think this slime piece will help. Where'd the slime go? I just saw it. Way back here. Is that a piece left over from Ghostbusters? And there should be a vine, a green vine, but I don't have it here, so it has disappeared. It's either in another bag or one of that secondary bags. Well, we'll find it in a little bit, but there is our little Z-Blob character. Which makes me all the more want to build the Z-Blob mech. Because that's going to be so sick. So we continue on with the second next story of this section of the build. Most likely Mateo's room above Izzy's. And that there is Mateo's room above Izzy's, constructed also with his themed designs, a Z-Blob, a comic poster, bed in green, and, well, more slime. What's that? Very similar build to what was below, just continuing on above. And now we are essentially doubling the height of the build already. We're going to bring in our original treehouse structure, the main trunk, and then we will add this up on top. Crunching on in together. This is a tight fit. Come on, crunch! Crunch! And crunched. It's the tall builds, the tall builds. I always run out of space. There we go. Looking incredibly tall now. What is this in height just with these 4 floors? 4 floors puts us at 10 inches in height. It's at that space where I have to really start reaching to pull my camera back. So bag 6 will be an important one. It's going to build some structure around this, hold it together a little more, decorate it up. So let's branch on into bag 6. And a little more towering construction of tree. The good news is I think we've reached the peak of its height. With the high height up on top there, the flag. Let's see if we can get that into view. There we go. That's the height of our tree house. That's wildly tall. Going from top to bottom. It's got to be measuring in at now almost 16 inches in height. So now we move on to bag 7. Not the biggest bag around. I believe this one's going to add some interesting elements throughout the inner part of the tree. And it's our first look at some of the blue pieces, the blue branchy pieces that make this piece so signature. Very dreamlike tree. So dream along as we continue the build inside our superstructure. Okay, now things are looking a little more leafy as we've got a nice tree branch reaching out over here and decorative swing. Yes, Tiny Chipmunk, we know you love that swing. Oh, he fell off. Pretty cool though to see the branches starting to form on this tree, and I see a few more bags of branches, so we're gonna add in a little more color too as we continue on with bag 8. Oh no, the table. The table is falling apart even faster now. I've got to order in something new and different before this hole becomes huge. Well, bag 8 is full of more leafy pieces. I think this is going to be the stuff that branches out into the sky. For sure a good set if you're looking for blue branchy pieces and light blue leafy pieces. So we have a lot of branchy things installed, and actually I think it could have used a few more branchy things. Maybe twice as much. I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe as we add more things on, it's gonna fill in. But right now I feel like it's kind of sparse. It's kind of like fall. The tree has lost a lot of its leaves. Maybe because of my blue background, they're just kind of disappearing back there into my blue sky and clouds. But it certainly could have used a few more branches, even though we just put in like 7 more of these branch leafy things, which are pretty stunning by themselves. You've got a lot of little branchy leafy things, the little white circle studs, and even a diamond, crystal diamond thingy on each one, really making them stand out, but certainly could have used just a little more. So for the bag 9, a few more minor details inside the house. We're gonna build that little weird robot mailbox. I don't think I've got to that episode yet. I'm over on to episode 7, I think. And I noticed a whole bunch of episodes just dropped, so I'm getting behind again. But we've got a little cute little character build, maybe a signage to add into our build. Okay, at our ground base layer, we've constructed some more interesting fun elements like this awesome mushroom piranha plant. This is my favorite part of the build so far. It's so just spiky and menacing. It's like their guard mushroom. Gotta get to the treehouse episode, I guess, to figure this guy out. Also, we have a little Tuki bird up here, not sure of the story, but cute little elemental bird piece. And there's our mailbox robot dude. Has a couple pieces of mail holding onto and one inside his mouth right now. Plus a few other signs have been added. A lot of character is in this treehouse build. Alright, so now we're moving on to the next bag, and I think we're going to see another Night Hunter build. And that haunted dude with the cage inside. One of those nightmare cages. So there is a little bit of elemental danger to the Fantastical Treehouse. Or maybe Batman. Batman might be here too, we'll find out. This bag certainly has a lot of tiny pieces. Constructed some of the nightmare dudes of this set. Good middle ground. We've been building so much tree, it's nice to segue into some of the bad guys. I love this cage guy. He's so creepy. One of the creepiest things of this series. Interesting headpiece covering up a little cage piece that we could take a minifigure character and place inside. Maybe not Mateo because he's got that giant pencil. I don't know, can we fit him in there? He's a little tight. Probably need a smaller character piece. But they're creepy nonetheless. He's got moving arms up at shoulders, moving claws and legs at ball joints, and we can position this head and these Batman ears all over, so it's quite a character. Grimkeeper. Grimkeeper is the name, a cage monster, and there's a larger set build for this too. We have our second Night Hunter build, and what I did with this one is I had a scarf go the opposite direction. This was the original Nightmare dude we had built with the crocodile car, so I wanted a way to differentiate the two. I don't know why, but there he is. We've got the scarf going the other way, and a snivel character also constructed. So, good time to build these characters before we get into a few more elements of the treehouse. So now we've reached the part of the treehouse, Fantastical Treehouse build, where we can customize the rooms that are ejecting from the sides of the tree, I see. We'll start with bag 11, and I think I see a Z-Blob room. And another, is that an Izzy room? So we'll work on those options, but then there's also another different option with a Mateo attack cannon room and a couple other options. So yeah, you can dress this up, pick how you want to display it. It's kind of an interesting feature. So basically from earlier in before we had finished up the core treehouse build. Now we're just adding on a few extra rooms. Okay, I decided it would be a little quicker just to build through the final three bags here. We've got Izzy's house, or Izzy's little section, a little Izzy sign there. A lot of arrows pointing here and there. A little cupcake room, building room with some balloons. And then on over to Mateo's artistic room, treehouse. Kind of droopy, very artsy with a lot of Z-Blob green color. Sleep on the back sign there. So pretty good colorful pod in green for that one. And then finally a little Miss Castillo food shop, bagel shop, I think this would be, or donuts, hamburger maybe even, a little pod there to add onto the building. And so now we can place these over onto our treehouse. And I believe you can pretty much connect these into anywhere you want to go. You just have to look for these ports on the pads. Izzy's house, according to the instructions, is just right up here. Popped off a squirrel real quick, and we've got little connector joints here to press on in. And then we can connect on in Mateo's room up over here. Oh, possibly getting him out of the tree branches there. Oh, dropped a dart. These are like little green pencil crayon weapons. And then Miss Castillo's donut shop up top, or whatever those are, bagels. Alright, there we go. And so now we have completed our Fantastical Treehouse. Pulling back a little bit here, again, quite massive. This back tree branch goes up to about 16 inches in height. It is totally tall and is quite customizable with a couple different room sets. Look at that swing over there. I love the added swing on the side. So colorful and fun. Oops, lost a mushroom character. Quite a heavy build once it's all together. I like that it's tall. It'll be easy to display. Find a spot. The footprint isn't too wide. Over there in the back room, Z-Blob hanging out. All these little stair-steppy pieces getting up to different levels for the characters. And again, I think the only thing missing is maybe just a couple more tree branches would have really helped out fill in some of the back section. Now looking at the instructions for the other modifications, you're basically taking the pieces from the last 3 bag builds and battle readying them. So you would take apart all the rooms we had constructed before and then modify them a little bit. So now Mateo has a dart launcher to shoot, or green crayon missiles, something like that. So I think that would have turned out a little more fun. Izzy has this incredible balloon rocket launching room. Right now what I have built is just too friendly. I want a balloon attack room. Maybe what I will do is in the next time we work on another DreamZzz build, I will have that ready to show in the alternate version. So this is the first version of the treehouse you can go with. A little more peaceful, but still nonetheless impressive. And one more look around at the beautiful Treehouse Fantastical build. A beautiful centerpiece maybe for your DreamZzz sets. It stands tall and mighty. If you would place on a shelf, it would direct a lot of attention to itself and has so many play opportunities with it. So now we have time to pick another build. Like I said, I picked up a Z-Blob, Mateo and Z-Blob, the robot mech set. This is quite the build. It is probably something I've seen more often in the show so far than anything. Being up to episode 7, you see Z-Blob a few times in the mech, I believe by then. And then we've got what was recommended highly by Bricknology, the store I picked most of these up. The beautiful Miss Castillo's turtle van. Oh, this van is so spectacularly cool. But you know what? I think I'm gonna hold off on the van build, maybe get to it here in a second, but I think what I really want to see the most today is the Pegasus flying horse. I'm so interested in this build. Plus you also get Zoey and her interesting cat owl bird creature, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 special. Plus now we can introduce ourselves to the Nightmare King minifigure. This build has a couple different options too. We can have just a unicorn horse build there, add some pieces on, and you can put Zoey on there, or you could just add the wings and Nightmare King. Inside the box, a very colorful instruction booklet. Again, I love how they've done these with the different color page sets based off the character builds inside. Bag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some stickers, and a couple flappy horse wings. Or maybe Batman's back, we'll find out. Back to bag 1. The piece color in this set, much darker than what we saw with the Fantastical Treehouse. Another reason I kind of wanted to jump to this one. Want to go dark, I want to go Nightmare. Couple characters in here, let's build, see what we got for bag 1. Okay, we've started the build with some very creepy things, some very creepy crawly things, crawly-like things. I think center stage we have Nightmare King's saddle on top of the horse, the Pegasus flying horse piece. This will wrap around the horse body and attach. Got the central eye and then the bat wings, these crazy cool, very heavy-duty flight wings. Which you should be able to position in a variety of different ways. I like how the back end almost looks like a bed. As it sits back there, people can take a nap, I suppose. So this little creepy crawly thing starts the build. Then we've got Susan here. Susan. Hello, Susan. She doesn't stand very well because of all this weight and the wings on her back. But definitely one of the more creepier little nightmare dude pieces. And then we have this little caged animal creature. with, what's her name? This is Nova inside. I think I recall Nova on the show already, and she's been captured and taken to whatever realm of horror she will discover. So some creepy builds to build on up your creepy army, but we're really quite here for the horse, of course, which we can start in bag 2 here. And I believe the Nightmare King is actually in this bag. See if we can find and build. There's the pants of the King of Nightmare and the body. So there is our Nightmare King minifigure. Wow, this guy is hauntedly ugly. It's that face they placed on him and that crown. Kind of Lords of the Rings-esque with that helmet, and then kind of Thundercats-esque with that sword. I wonder if this piece was even used in Lords of the Rings in one of the sets. It very well could have been. It very well could have been. Get him a little closer. Yeah, that has such an interesting, ugly look to him, but totally a Nightmare King. Cape piece is pretty nice. I like that. And all around creepy. So now we can work on his corruptible Pegasus flying horse. And it's our Nightmare Horsey constructed! How fun! I don't believe I've ever really constructed a full Lego horse. Maybe Lance's Mecha Steed would be the closest, but this is more horse-like, with a full body build instead of mechanical. Pretty good scale size. We're about, 8 inches long by about 7 inches tall, and overall horsey proportioned pretty well. Articulated head up on a ball joint. We've got hinge pin shoulders and hinge pin legs that like to kick out. Funny loopy leg build. Good sticker work, good color. It can be a pretty freaky horse. So let's fly in our saddle creature, and that should just rest right over here onto her back. And we can clip down these bony rib cage-like leggies around her waist to hold together. That way it won't fall off, pretty held tight. And flap down, a lot of fun articulation with this, and then drop in our Nightmare King. That's so super cool! Oh, I've already unhinged the saddle. Yeah, the saddle comes off too easily. I wish they used a Technic pin or something to really hold that on tight. So Nightmare King may go flying quite often on ya, so you gotta really watch that. But overall, horse-er-all, I should say, Pegasus all, what would you say? Look at that tail, look at that fun tail on the ball joint back there. Overall, this has been just an awesome build. That's what makes these sets so cool. I mean, look at the crocodile car versus the horse. I mean, these two sets right here could go on like a total adventure battle by themselves. Ooh, take that, horse. Alligator tail whip. Oh, oh, oh. Roof of the mouth spiked. Ow, that's gotta hurt. So I'm ultra impressed with this build. It has been a lot of fun checking this out. We've got one more little element to this bag though. Final bag 5 here. We should have our first look at a Zoey figure. And a magical owl cat. Let's quickly build together. And constructed Zoey and her cat-owl hybrid flyer. What's its name? Not really sure of the exact name. A little bit of a missed opportunity as it looks and appears so much larger in show, but still nice to have within the Series 1 sets. And we can place our Zoey minifigure up on top of her back for flight mode. Pretty small though, would have liked to have seen it a little bit larger. As for articulation, there's a few interesting points of articulation. Head on hinge there, wings on clickable hinges, and tail feathers that can move independently. As for Zoey, she's a pretty good looking figure too. All of the figures in this series have been decorated and produced with so much color and detail. She's got the purple curly hairpiece, quite the detail going down her torso section. and outfitted with a bow and carrot arrow. Or maybe the carrot arrow is for the cat-owl hybrid. All the figures, though, of this series have been so colorfully awesome. So I give high squirrels to this set right here. I think I'm enjoying some of the smaller builds a little more so than that giant Fantastical Treehouse. It's cool, but it's quite elaborate. These smaller scale sets are giving you a little more fun quicker, and there's such strange smaller sets here coming through. Oop, watch out, Croco Car. So highly recommend this one. This one's a lot of fun. It's just a little bit different than what I've seen before. So now again, we've pretty much exhausted all time. I don't believe we can get to the turtle van today, nor a Z-Blob, but I hope to do so in the near future, so stick around. Hopefully we will get to these builds too. Maybe throw in that awesome space bus set. Keep an eye at Squirrel Stampede. We may go through these yet. So which LEGO DreamZzz build did you like the most today? Was it the Fantastical Treehouse or the Pegasus Flying Horse? So many epic DreamZzz build. Of course, we can't forget about the crocodile car too. If you liked today's video, please give us a squament your favorite build. We also have merch available now if you have not checked out. We've got t-shirts, we've got a questionable water bottle, and a Landry plush. Stick around next time. Hopefully we'll check out some more DreamZzz builds. Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.